And what I do that's probably a little different than most is I look at the whole person. I'm like, how's your marriage going? How are
Mhm.
you dealing as a dad? How are you thinking through? How are you processing anxiety and stress and overwhelm and overthinking and really helping the person develop that total package so that all of those areas are healthy because you bring who you are authentically into everything you do. And
Absolutely.
so that's really what this tool, the total package. And so I have the free version, which I'm going to give to your listeners, today. But I also have been doing these like a custom version where I get on a call with people and I actually help them walk through to develop for customized to who they are. Same thing you're doing with this kid is
Mhm.
to say, what would it look like for me to help you develop a plan that you own that you now you can leave this phone call and you'll go forward and be able to make it happen.
Yeah. So one of the very first things I asked this kid when I first sat down with him was, and it was in a group. It was his godparents were sitting here, his mom was there, his brother was there, younger brother, and I started asking him, are you happy where you are? No. Okay. Where would you be happy? He
Hmm.
starts telling me, right? But before he started telling me, he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, wait a minute." And he turns to them, the people that love him, and they're like, "Why am I here? What is this? Like, this is an ambush, right? Like, you with me?" And he's
Right.
defensive.
Yep.
And I told him, I said, look at me real quick. Just look at me." So he looked at me and I said, "Look, I knew your dad. I was fond of your dad. And I know for a fact your dad would not want you to be unhappy. Your dad wants you to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm here because I know that your dad wants you to be happy and I want to be a part of helping that happen.
Love
Okay.
that.
And the
Yeah,
only way that's going to happen is if you share with me how we get there from here."
sure.
But I'm not joking when I tell you this. He looked at me like I was talking Martian.
Hmm.
Okay. Like I was from a
Hmm.
different planet because
Yeah.
nobody had ever asked him his opinion. Nobody had
Right.
ever asked him what he thought. Nobody had ever asked him to put a plan together. Nobody had ever asked him to put a proposal together. You with me?
Yep.
Nobody ever engaged this kid. You've got to engage people. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me tell you what I think is the most brilliant part of what you do. And I want to acknowledge you for this. Okay. You
Hmm.
made a lot of mistakes in growing that church over all that time. Okay.
Hmm.
Almost 2 decades, right?
Yeah.